friends. Hello, hi, how are you? I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. Hello, welcome to Talktorial Tuesday. I always want to sing that song that's like,
we're going up on a Tuesday.
but I think Kendall Rae does that, so I'm not going to steal her brand. Today is Talktorial Tuesday, and today we're going to be playing with the Kaleidos Escape Pod palette. This is a newer palette from Kaleidos. Kaleidos is one of my favorite indie brands. Full disclosure, did get this palette in PR, so if you're not about that, you don't care about my opinion. Oh, it's kind of squeaky. If you don't care about my opinion if I got it in PR, that's fine, totally understand. I meant to do a review on this a while back and I actually filmed one with it, but the look ended up turning out so bad. And normally, not because of the palette, because I don't understand basic color theory. And the look turned out like so bad. And then the video ended up getting copyright struck by Scooter Braun because I had a Taylor Swift song for like 2 seconds playing in it. So I just didn't post it. I took it as a sign that it shouldn't be out in the world. So I never posted it. But today we're playing with this and I'm really excited. I'm not gonna screw it up this time. I'm not gonna screw it up this time. I have used this a few times. I really like the palette so far off of first impressions, but today I wanna play with some of these purples and then also do like a blue on the lower lash line. I think that's gonna be really fun. So yeah, if you're down for just some talking, some chit-chatting and playing with a makeup palette, stay tuned because that's what we're doing. The thing is, okay. Just to start the Talktorial, I guess, my eyes, something's going on with them. I don't know if it's just like allergies, so they're more dry, so they're more irritated. I don't know if I need like eye drops. I don't know what's going on, but my eyes, every time I put my contacts in, turn obscenely red. They don't really hurt that bad. They don't really itch. Nothing's really wrong with them. I'm gonna go in with this shade Lo-Fi right here. So for whatever reason, this never really happens to me. I normally don't. My eyes get irritated and I get like eye infections, but not like this. Normally my eyes just like hurt, or I get sinus infections, which is a different kind of pain. And this time they just get grossly red, which is fun when I have a job where I have to be filmed and constantly critiqued by other people. So I am not wearing my contacts right now because I wore them for like a second just to try and my eye is still like a little bit red. It like instantly started turning red. So I decided we're just gonna do this without glasses on, which if you know, like if you normally tune into these Talktorials, you know that sometimes they get a little dicey when I can see really well. So who knows how this is gonna go. The whole video is probably out of focus. We'll see. So if I'm like squinting a lot, it's because I can't see. I am nearsighted. I've worn glasses since the 2nd grade and I still don't understand the nearsighted, farsighted thing, but I can see things when they're very, very, very close to me. Like this close. This I can see, but like you in this camera that's like a foot away from me, absolutely cannot see anything. You're a blob. I have very poor vision. Thanks, Dad. I got that from him, I think, because my mom has like 20/20 vision. What's it like to just wake up and see? I don't know. I'm gonna go in with this shade Soiree, this purple shade right here, the little escape button. I think this palette is so cute. The more I've had it, the more I've actually used it, especially these shimmer shades. They're gorgeous. I'm gonna put that all in the crease. I think I'm gonna do a spotlight, well, like a halo eye. I think that could be really fun. I also find halo eyes to be super easy once you know what you're doing. They don't have to be as blended because you put so much shimmer over it. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I like to do them. So how's everybody's week? TikTok might be getting banned, so that's kind of crazy. I actually feel like, I know a lot of people think TikTok is only getting banned because Trump got played by the good people of TikTok, who falsely said they were going to attend his rally, making him think that he was going to have like over 1 million people at his rally, and then like 12,000 showed up. And it was kind of embarrassing. It was kind of a big L for the campaign, I would say. So a lot of people think that Trump now wants to get it shut down because the big reason that happened was TikTok. It was Gen Z like forming on TikTok, which is so cool to see. Like, it's even if it's as a prank, it's so awesome to see kids engaging in politics. Like, that's the best thing ever. I don't think that's the reason. I actually did some research and like China is definitely stealing our information. I know that you can like barely see me, but I am left this video. We are literally 4 minutes and 30 seconds in, and this video has the most chaotic energy, and it only gets worse from here. Like, why am I talking about China stealing our data in an eyeshadow palette tutorial? I'm so sorry. This is just how it is. Okay, just wanted to let you guys know that I also understand how nutty this video is. Okay, bye. I'm kind of sad if TikTok gets canceled. I don't really appreciate a lot of sides of TikTok, like kids being exploited. I did a whole video on TikTok teens and like how they scare me. But I would be kind of sad if it got canceled just because there's certain sides of it that are like adults just making humorous content. I always enjoy that. I'm gonna go in with Flamingo, this bright pink. I haven't done like a bright pinky purple look in a while. So I think this will be really fun. So yeah, everything over here, I mean, is like just do it and we're just vibing. We've been like low-key trying to plan the wedding, but we're still high-key scared we're gonna have to cancel it because of COVID. We just don't know. So we're kind of hesitant to book things. Like we're putting down deposits, but we're kind of making sure everything's covered if we need to reschedule for whatever reason. Because our whole thing is we'll probably, no matter what, be getting married next year, just because of course we will. We plan on getting married next year. We're gonna get married next year. We might not have the big party that comes after the wedding. We might not have that until later on. And that's just because we want to get married, obviously, for the reasons that we want to get married for, but there is an aspect of I feel like there's a difference between the marriage and the wedding. I could get married to Charles tomorrow and like, it would be the same. Like what our life would be very similar to what it is now because we basically live like a married couple at this moment. So I feel like for us, we could literally just go to City Hall and get married and like that would be fine. But I also want to have a really fun wedding. I've always wanted to have a really fun wedding. I feel like weddings are inherently so much fun. They're kind of a scam, but they're also so much fun. They're like the most fun. I've always wanted, I love throwing like parties. I love making sure everyone has the best time. So even if we get married next year and we can't do like the big party, we're still gonna throw like a big reception at some point when everybody can go. Because the other thing too is a lot of people are having weddings, but they're like kind of scaled down. And I think for us, we have so many family and friends, and I mean even just our party, our like wedding party is like literally 20 people. Because we just have a lot of friends. We have a lot of people that we love, and we want all of them to be able to be there and not have to be scared. So we're kind of like debating right now. And the other thing we've been debating is obviously the honeymoon, because we had big plans. Look at that purple. That is such a good purple. We had really big plans for the honeymoon, and now, not even just for like, oh, we're scared that we're gonna go abroad and get sick. We're scared that because we're in America, which is incredibly, like, especially in certain parts of the country, cases are just like spiking. We're like, we don't wanna bring that to other countries. Like, we don't wanna be traveling all through all these different countries and potentially exposing people to something when they wouldn't have if we hadn't have gone there, which is why you shouldn't be internationally traveling for fun right now. So we're kind of waiting to see how things go, kind of just waiting to see how everything plays out. I know there's rumors that there's going to be like a vaccine soon, but I don't know how true those are. I'm kind of just waiting on what reliable sources tell me, just trying to figure that out, but our best. And then Charles found out. We were kind of nervous because schools are out. My fiance, if you don't know, he's a teacher, he's a special education teacher, and we have been, as I'm sure most parents, kids who are going back to college, like, you know, teachers, people who work in schools, I feel like everybody's been like, what is going on with school? What are we doing? And we found out what our district, well, what my fiance's district is doing, and they are going to be completely remote, at least for the beginning of the year, so completely online. He still is going to be going into the school building to teach. They want them to do the Zoom classes from school, which I guess kind of makes sense because it makes sure that you're like, kind of keeps a somewhat normal thing. And I think Charles is actually happy about that because it'll be back into at least a bit of a routine, and he'll have like a whiteboard he can use and have, you know, his smart board and stuff. So the best case scenario for us. But it was a little nerve-wracking for a minute there because it was like, what are they doing with the schools? Nobody had any idea until very recently here, and schools start in like a month, so we were all kind of like panicking. But thankfully they are going to be doing online, and I think that's the appropriate action. I definitely understand that that's like a touchy subject. I know a lot of people think they should just be kids should just be going in full-time. I'm gonna go into the shade. This is my favorite shimmer shade in the palette. It's called Starlight Sonata. beautiful shade. And I'm gonna pack that all over the middle. I know some people think that kids should be going in, and I get that it's a very nuanced situation that even I do not fully comprehend the complexities of. I understand some of it, but I definitely don't understand all of the complexities to it. I'm obviously a little bit biased because I have a teacher in my life who would be high risk. He's considered high risk. So obviously I did not want my fiance going into work every day to potentially be like a martyr, and could potentially contract something that could kill him. So I was like, kind of, you know, I obviously pro having kids stay home. And the one positive I see from it too is that at least now, at least in, I don't know how it is in other places, but for my city and for our school district, they've had a lot of time to plan for what they're gonna do for kids who kind of need that in-person check-in and need like social people like me, social workers, need, you know, resources, need all of those things. They've come up with plans for how they're going to help those kids and make sure those kids don't get lost. And that was the big thing I was worried about. If this is boring, I'm so sorry. I just realized this might be such a boring video, but I'm gonna go in on the outer edges with Cosmic Cabaret, this purpley color. I did my internship last semester for a whole year at a school. So with the social worker, I was kind of shadowing a social worker there. So obviously my first thought was like, what about the kids that I know we did check-ins with through school, kids who were in bad home situations, even just kids who needed food every day. They really relied on school for food. They relied on the school for clothing. They relied on the school for hygienic products. Like, what about those kids? So knowing that they have a plan in place to help those kids still, that was a big relief for me personally. And then I also found out that, we found out a lot this week, I guess, geez. I also found out that my college, not my entire college, but at least my program, my grad program, is going to be completely through Zoom. So all of my, I'm taking 2 classes this semester because I'm only going part-time, which is a weird feeling, I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be weird to have like time. It's gonna be weird to not have to spend every waking minute either working on YouTube or working on school. Like, that's gonna be a weird feeling. But all of my stuff is gonna be online this year for this semester, and I'm pretty sure the entire school is going online after Thanksgiving break. I believe that's the plan right now. I'm gonna go in with this shade Exoplanet. But I've been really interested. I think one of the cool parts about doing social media is I see every different place. So it's really interesting to see, like, some schools are going back completely full time for every kid. Some schools are doing A day and B days and you only go in alternate days. Some schools are doing completely online. Like, some schools have a plan for only doing part of the year. It's really, really, really interesting just to kind of see where everybody's at with this, you know? Even colleges, like, I was so annoyed the other day ago because I got an email from my college, and I'm not kidding. It was about like COVID guidelines if you were gonna come be living on the dorms, because I guess they are letting people live in the dorms this year, which seems like a horrific idea, but like, whatever, I'm not in charge of my college. So I was like, because you're having kids come from all over the country, all over the world, they're gonna be staying in these dorms anyway. So, but they're not allowed to do anything, whatever. So they were talking about if you're coming back on campus, like the guidelines, and I was, at this point, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know if I was gonna have to go to campus, so I was annoyed, because literally one of the guidelines was like, every student must bring a thermometer and must take their temperature, which, first of all, good luck finding a thermometer right now. Like, if you didn't already have one before this, good luck, you're not gonna find one. They're nowhere. It's like finding Clorox wipes right now. It's literally impossible. I've been looking for months. And the other thing was like, are we just forgetting that asymptomatic people exist? Are we really gonna send students and assure their parents that it's worth sending them back to the college campus by, and you guys know I love my college, I did a video for them, like, I love my college, but like, are you kidding me? That's the best you can do for us? Bring a thermometer? Please wear a mask? I don't know. That whole thing there. And the other thing about, I think the thing that's frustrating as a college student, and I think a lot of people in a lot of different aspects of life are feeling this as we start to reopen, is it's like, what is the deal? What's actually going on? Like, if you're immunocompromised, you just have to take the semester off. If you start displaying any sort of symptoms or you start feeling sick, are you allowed to miss class? You can only miss 3 classes a semester, or 1 class if it's a weekly class. You can only miss those. You can only miss like 1 to 3 classes a semester, or you automatically fail the class because there's attendance policies. So are we telling students it's okay that those attendance policies are leaving? Are we, like, it just feels like the lack of attention to detail sometimes makes it very, very clear that the people making these little emails that get sent out don't actually take classes. I don't really understand the actual concerns that students have. Because it's not whether Jimmy has a thermometer, it's whether he's allowed to stay home if he feels sick. Like, that's what I care about. That's my little side tangent, but definitely a relief to know I'm gonna be like not have to go in anywhere. I literally won't have to leave my house. I did too, because I can be like I'm gonna be like a dog mom. I'm gonna be a full-time dog mom for Oliver, and we're just gonna vibe all day. He's my little buddy. I'm so happy it's me and him. I don't know, I'd love to know in the comments though, like what are the places near you doing? Like, what is the protocol? What is the tea? Oh, this actually turned out like gorgeous. Oh, okay, Hannah, thank you. Maybe I should be blind more often, because at least it looks, although I can see like pretty clearly up here. Oh, it's time to not ruin it. The only thing I will say, there definitely was a little bit of fallout with some of those purples, but they are so pigmented. Now the question is, what lip do I want to do with this? I don't want to mess up my makeup, so I'm just gonna do this. I actually feel like I hate this. I hate it. This was like more red when I thought it was more purple. Gorgeous lip color though. Like, I will be rocking this September 1st. Crap, I'm so bad at taking out. Ugh, what if I can change the color? Okay. No, that looks awful. Well, whatever. We're gonna try again. So I actually decided to go with a gloss. That was just a clear gloss because my lips are still red. Kind of looks like I just ate a popsicle. Fine. Let's do our mandatory narcissistic montage and then just be done with this video. I'm gonna like go from down here. How's this? What if we just do this? Okay, I'm gonna stop being self-conscious. It's fine, we all make mistakes. Okay. Okay, so that is going to be it for me, you guys. As far as this palette goes, I've used it a bunch of times. I really like it. I don't think it's like the most insane color story you've ever seen, obviously. Like, it's definitely not a revolutionary color story, but I don't think anything is at this point. I think it's a really fun, cute little palette. I love the shimmers. I think the shimmers are beautiful. And the mattes are super pigmented, blend super well, and create looks really easily, which I always love. It's a bonus for me if a palette works well. I will say I like that it has a fairly neutral kind of pocket here and then the colorful here, and you can kind of use these shimmers interchangeably to change up a look and make it kind of cool. I obviously went for a really basic look, but I can even envision doing something with these neutrals and an orange and like the green. I think that could look really cool. So overall, I really like this palette. I would recommend it. They also came out with blusher duos, and these I would 10 out of 10 recommend. The blusher duos from Kaleidos are dope. They're so cute, first of all, and second of all, the colors are gorgeous. There's a more kind of neutrally one and a more peachy toned one. These are gorgeous. And the other thing that's really good that came out with this collection, in my opinion, was the green sponge. However, not only did I love that green sponge, Oliver loved that green sponge, and he ate it. It was a very stressful day and a very long trip to the vet for no reason because he was fine, he pooped it out. Anyway, I love you guys so much. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, or just subscribe, or do neither. Honestly, just so happy you're watching me. Thank you so much for being here. My merch, my social media, and everything I'm wearing on my face will be linked down below, along with a link to register to vote. That's right, you can click on that link, you can register to vote, and you can be part of your democracy. Super fun thing to do. And along with that will be my little social justice spotlight. There's important places to donate, petitions to sign. It's a really cool little place down there. Go check it out. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!